Hello, 7th graders. This is your teacher Fida, and today we are going to start with a new lesson. So, go to your action pack books, open your book at page 57 and 58, module 5. We are going to take the grammar lesson, the comparative and the superlative. This table shows you some spelling rules that we have to take. We use the adjective in the comparative and the superlative. The comparative is المقارنة and superlative is التفضيل. So, some spelling rules we have to know. Most of the adjectives we add ER in the comparative and EST in the superlative. So, إذا كانت الصفة مؤلفة من مقطع صوتي واحد فإننا في المقارنة نضيف ER وفي التفضيل نضيف EST. At the comparative, there are some examples: cheaper, richer, smaller, younger. At the superlative, cheapest, richest, smallest, and youngest. In the comparative, we added ER to the adjective. أضفنا ER إلى الصفة الموجودة في الcomparative اللي هي التفضيل المقارنة. And at the superlative اللي هي التفضيل أضفنا EST إلى نهاية الصفة. Now, adjectives ending in E, like fine, nice, and rare. إذا كانت الصفة منتهية بحرف ال E. At the comparative في المقارنة نضيف فقط حرف ال R. We only add R. At the superlative التفضيل we only add EST. نضيف فقط EST. Finer, nicer, rarer. Finest, nicest, rarest. Now, adjectives with one vowel and one consonant, like big, hot, thin. The last letter of the adjective is a consonant. آخر حرف في الصفة حرف ساكن, preceded, سبق, with a vowel بحرف علة. When we add the ER or the EST, we have to double the consonant. يجب علينا مضاعفة الحرف الساكن وهو الحرف الأخير. For example, the adjective big, when we add ER, it's bigger. We doubled the G. Hot, it's hotter, and we doubled the T. Thin is thinner. We doubled the N at the comparative. And same as in the superlative التفضيل, we double the final consonant. الحرف الأخير الصامت يجب علينا مضاعفته عند إضافة ال EST إلى الكلمة إلى الصفات biggest, hottest, thinnest. Now, two-syllable adjectives ending in Y. الصفات التي تنتهي بحرف ال Y. For example, busy, happy, easy. They all end in Y. ينتهون بحرف ال Y. If I want to change these adjectives to comparative, meaning I have to add the ER, I have to change the Y to I. أقوم بالتغيير حرف ال Y واستبداله بحرف ال I. ومن ثم إضافة ال ER. So busy, busier, happy, happier, easy, easier. And same at the superlative. We also change the Y into I, then we add the EST. Busiest, happiest, easiest. Now, long adjective, two syllable or more. إذا كانت الصفة مؤلفة من أكثر من مقطع صوتي فإننا في المقارنة نضع more before the adjective قبل الصفة. And in the superlative التفضيل نضع the most before the adjective قبل الصفة. So at the comparative we add more before the adjective. For example, more expensive, more delicious. And the superlative we add the most. So the most expensive and the most delicious. Here are some examples for short adjectives. The adjectives tall, late, big, and happy. So tall, at the comparative it's taller than. I added er to the adjective tall. In the superlative it's the tallest. I added est. Late, and late ends in e, so I only add r. So later than, the latest. Big, it's a consonant preceded by a vowel. حرف ساكن سبق بحرف علة. And here I double the last consonant. أضاعف الحرف الأخير. So bigger than and the biggest. Happy, and happy is ended by y, and we have to omit the y and replace it by I. So happier, I added I instead of y, and happiest, also I put the I instead of the y. Now, for long adjectives, the adjective that is consist of 2 syllable or more, I don't add est and er for the comparative er and superlative est. I use more or less at the comparative, and at the superlative I use the most. More الأكثر كثير, the most الأكثر less قليل. So expensive, more than 1 syllable. More expensive than or less expensive than. At the superlative is the most expensive. Interesting. At the comparative it's more interesting than or less interesting than. At the superlative is the most interesting. Now, we have some irregular adjectives, الصفات غير المنتظمة. And these adjectives, they don't take est or er. They have another word that you have to memorize. So good. At the comparative, it is better, and the superlative, and in the superlative is the best. Bad, in the comparative is worse, and in the superlative is worst. So you have to memorize the irregular adjectives because they don't take er, and they don't take, at the superlative they don't take est, and the comparative they don't take er. So you have to memorize these irregular adjectives. Now, now here's the form and the use for the comparative and the superlative. The form of the comparative is noun, which is the subject, followed by the verb. And the verb is followed by the comparative adjective and than. Then the noun, which is the object. In the comparative adjectives are used to compare differences between two objects. They modify larger, smaller, faster, higher. They are used in sentences where two nouns are compared. عليك معرفة أن المقارنة يقصد بها مقارنة بين شيئين. So you have a noun and you make a comparison between both of them or two of them. مثال: أحمد أطول من علي. أحمد is taller than Ali. This is the comparative. We compared between Ahmad and Ali. And the adjective is tall. So we said Ahmad is taller than Ali. In the superlative adjectives are used to describe an object, which is the upper or the lower limit of a quality. The tallest, the smallest, the fastest, the highest. They are used in sentences where a subject is compared to a group of objects. تفضيل من معنى كلمة التفضيل أنه الأفضل بين مجموعة، فيعني الأفضل بين جميع الخيارات. مثال: أحمد هو الأطول بين جميع أصدقائه. أحمد is the tallest boy in his class. في صفه. So it's between أحمد and the whole class. بين التفضيل بين أحمد وصفه بجميع طلابه. The form is a noun, which is the subject followed by the verb تبع بالفعل and the, and after that we put the superlative adjective, which we add est to the adjective, or we use most with an adjective if it's more than 2 syllables, and then the noun, which is the object. Here are some examples using comparative. My house is larger than hers. My house is the first noun, followed by the verb larger than, and then hers. Number 2, this box is smaller than the one I lost. Your dog runs faster than Jem's dog. The rock flew higher than the roof. And sentence number 1, my house is larger than hers. بيتي أكبر من بيتها أو بيتها. This box is smaller than the one I lost. هذا الصندوق أصغر من الصندوق الذي أضعته. Your dog runs faster than Jim's dog. كلبك يركض أسرع من كلب جيم. The rock flew higher than the roof. ارتفع الحجر أو طار الحجر أعلى من سطح المنزل. Examples on the superlative. My house is the largest one in our neighborhood. بيتي أكبر بيت في الحي. This is the smallest box I've ever seen. هذا أصغر صندوق رأيته في حياتي. Your dog ran the fastest of any dog in the race. كلبك كان أسرع كلب أو أسرع من أي كلب في السباق. We all threw our rocks at the same time. جميعنا رمينا حجارتنا في نفس الوقت. My rock, صخرتي, flew the highest. طارت أعلى شيء. Of all the rocks, من جميع الحجارة التي رميت. That's it for today, my dear student. I hope to see you soon, inshallah. Take care and try to study hard and try to answer your workbook, the activity book, questions, module 5. Hope to see you soon, inshallah, and take care.